This is, by the way, this is what should happen with Bitcoin. All right. This is the sideways consolidation. It tested, well, almost tested, and then it broke out. So that's the perfect scenario for Bitcoin. Likely move for Bitcoin dominance in the short term is to the downside. So again, you may see alts hold up. Now, by the way, it doesn't mean alts are going to go up. It just means alts may hold up a little bit better because they've been hammered than Bitcoin does in the near term here if this bear flag plays out.
The pro trader Gareth Soloway will kick off his stream by conducting a thorough analysis of the contradictory signals being expressed by participants involved in the ongoing debate. As per Soloway's analysis, the situation can be described as a phase of sideways consolidation, wherein Bitcoin underwent repeated testing, pushing it close to a critical breaking point. Between 2017 and 2021, Bitcoin dominance reached a high of 75% and a low of 35%. These two values are regarded as the extreme historical Bitcoin dominance levels. Bitcoin's dominance has been following a pattern of incremental 5% increases followed by consolidation since 2017. The most recent 5% increase in Bitcoin dominance occurred in January 2023, when it reached a high of 42.2%. Over the last month, a coordinated attack against altcoins by the SEC caused Bitcoin dominance to surpass 50%. According to Coinmetrics, Bitcoin market capitalization dominance has reached a new high for 2023, currently at 58%, the highest since April 2021. Soloway's analysis indicates that Bitcoin typically follows a pattern of making 5% incremental moves in dominance before requiring a period of consolidation. According to Soloway, a failed bullish pattern in Bitcoin could lead to a substantial move in the opposite direction, potentially causing a drop to levels ranging from 25,000 to 20,000 within a span of 1 to 2 months. On the other hand, Bitcoin dominance is anticipated to rise significantly, reaching levels around 59 to 60. According to data, the Cardano price finds a gain of 1.79% after the 3 consecutive bearish candles that have shown a significant rejection of higher prices. The chart suggests the formation of a double top pattern at 30 cents with a neckline at 26 cents. According to Gareth's analysis, for Cardano to experience a breakout, it would be favorable if it manages to surpass the resistance level within the next 3 to 5 days. Here are a few glimpses from the discussion that we'd like to show you. Before we proceed, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more updates.
This is a Bitcoin dominance chart. We can easily see it was a breakout, right? This is, by the way, this is what should happen with Bitcoin. All right. This is the sideways consolidation. It tested, well, almost tested, and then it broke out. So that's the perfect scenario for Bitcoin, right? To repeat this chart on the Bitcoin dominant. Basically, and remember, charts replay out over and over again. You'll find this same consolidation on 1,000 other charts out there. And again, the probabilities favor a breakout. If it doesn't break out, that's where you get a failed move. And failed moves in technical analysis result in major moves in the opposite direction. So the reason why I'm bringing up that 29,800, 29,900 level is because if we fail, if the bullish pattern fails here, you should expect a move to at minimum 25,000, maybe as low as 22 to 20,000 on Bitcoin, probably within a month or two. So that's, again, for those of you that are watching, like if someone told me they were long Bitcoin right now, I would say, okay, that's okay, as long as you understand where to exit that. Now, when we go to the Bitcoin dominance chart, this pattern is a little bit negative in the short term. Now, remember, I'm talking very short term. Bitcoin dominance longer term has broken out of the bigger pattern. So again, Bitcoin dominance to me is heading much, much higher. All right. Ben Cowan and I have agreed on this. We've done our show, The No Shill Zone, which is Monday mornings at 11. But basically, you're headed here to approximately this 59, 60% level, right? There's a big level here as well. So this is where Bitcoin dominance eventually will head. And you guys know I'm a long-term bull on Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin longer term. I'm just a very short-term trader. So if we go to this pattern is known as a bear flag. All right, big move down, inside bar consolidation. If we look historically at Bitcoin, what do we see here? Well, we see that here was a low from about 40% of dominance. It rallied to 45% and then consolidated and then broke out. Here, we went from 43% to 48%, another 5% in dominance, and then it consolidated here. So what did we do here? It went from 47% to 52%. That's 5%. So again, 5% dominance increase, 5% dominance increase, 5% dominance increase, and then consolidation, consolidation. And again, overall, even if it goes a little lower, which is what the chart's telling me, it's consolidation. Do you guys see what I'm saying there? It's actually pretty cool on the charting side of things. So it seems to me that Bitcoin is in a pattern of 5% incremental moves on dominance before it needs to consolidate. That, again, is what I'm seeing here. Now, if we go to some alts here, take a look at Cardano. Cardano, look at this. Resistance, tested it here, tested it, and now pushing back again. So you're seeing how the alts have seen bounces off of their lows from when we got the SEC news. But again, the alts continue to pull back off of resistance. Now, in the best case scenario, this is where Cardano could head. That's my best case scenario, folks. So again, to look at this, I have a trade signal long on this. We're in the money slightly on this. I do think there's one more chance at a potential breakout, but we're not looking for a huge score here. It's upside to this downsloping trend line, then it's going to meet a lot of resistance at that point. The overall bigger picture, by the way, what's the bigger picture? What type of pattern is this? This down move sideways inside bar, it's bearish. So again, you want to see this pop through here in the next, let's say, 3 to 5 days, and then look for eventually a breakdown lower.
Bitcoin experienced a rally and approached a previous high but faced difficulties in breaking out beyond that level. Bitcoin's price gave back some of its recent gains this week, but multiple data points suggest that $30,000 should hold as support going forward. Bitcoin remained within a narrow 4.3% range for the 15 days leading up to July 7th. Despite the proximity of the $29,895 to $31,165 range, investors' sentiment was significantly impacted by an unsuccessful attempt to break above $31,400 on July 6th. According to Soloway, it is worth noting that there is currently a significant amount of bullish sentiment prevailing in the market. Soloway predicts that there are two key levels to monitor for Bitcoin. The first is whether it can maintain support above the range of $29,800 to $29,900. The second is whether it can rally and successfully close above the previous high, which is approximately 30.
Look at Bitcoin. Now, the reason this is important, and by the way, if you look at this chart, Bitcoin's barely moved over the last couple weeks. But what's intriguing about Bitcoin here is that we rallied up into this pivot high, right? So if we look at resistance, see this high from April 14th, it was 31,045, let's call it. Well, we pierced it here. We pierced it here. And then just a couple days ago, we closed right there after piercing. And then look at the selling taking place. So what this is telling me is that Bitcoin is having a very hard time breaking out. And the concerning factor here is that this was and maybe is still bullish consolidation on the chart. But the problem is it should be at a point of breaking out, and it's not. And that makes me concerned that you look at the downside level of support, which is 29,900, 850, and we might be headed back down there. Now, if we break that and we have a daily close below that, so basically this line right here, that basically creates a failed bull flag. Failed bull flags mean that you can potentially have a major move to the downside. So again, let me recap the analysis on the Bitcoin chart here. So number one, Bitcoin failing again to break out. And for those of you that know the methodology, the PPT methodology that I teach in the Winning Trader series, we know that this is a 2x time count. Time counts are very important in charting. So again, for it to fail and not break out on a 2x time count, that is significant. All right. So again, as it comes down here, can it hold this 29.8, 29.9 level? Does it close below? A close below potentially means very bearish price action on Bitcoin. If it can rally up here and close above 31,000 or 31,001 and change, whatever this high pivot is here, that again will be the precursor to staying above for a few days and maybe having a breakout. But right now, this price action is not good. And I want to say this. A lot of people, again, if you go on crypto Twitter, if you go anywhere, there is so much bullish sentiment out there on Bitcoin that you would honestly, if I just looked at crypto Twitter, I'd be like, oh man, the Bitcoin must be near the all-time highs. That's concerning.
2023 has started on a fresh and positive note for most of the cryptocurrencies. After bearing the brunt in the last year, most of the tokens have taken the road to recovery. However, the prices are still very much low as compared to their all-time highs, which was witnessed in the 2021 bull run. How the other half of 2023 looks like, will it be a year of slow growth, or will the cryptocurrency market be able to touch new highs and recover all the losses faced in 2022? We encourage you to share your views in the comments section. If you found this content informative, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for the most up-to-date news and videos. We appreciate your input and look forward to hearing from you again soon.